Happy Tuesday. It's time for Tip It Tuesdays. So this week I thought I would delve a little bit into dental insurance. There's lots of misconceptions about what dental insurance is and what dental insurance does. So let's start off by saying that dental insurance is supposed to cover, most plans will cover your checkups, which is your cleaning and your annual exam and x-rays, at 100%. That's 100% of the allowable. And if you're in network, it should always be covered 100%. But if you go out of network, then you're paying the difference because the plan's going to pay the allowed amount on that service, and then you'll have to pay the difference. Then there's other things that dental plans will cover. They will cover, a lot of them will say 80% on fillings or 50% on root canals or crowns. Again, you always want to stay in network if you can, but it's 80% of the allowable charges. It's called UNC, or usual and customary. So many dentists now are not in network with any plan. So even though I usually recommend a PPO plan to my clients, so I know they're at least getting some benefit from the insurance, you are going to pay a lot out of pocket because many dentists, except for maybe the chain dentists, probably don't take your plan. Probably not network. And let me explain that. They do take your plan, but they're not network. That's the biggest thing that dentist offices say that drive me absolutely insane, is if you file insurance, you take insurance. You may not be in network with my plan, but that's a different thing by saying we don't take your insurance. You do take it if you file insurance. But I digress. Okay, so that means 80% on fillings. And usually there could be a small waiting period for those things, like 3 months, sometimes 6 months. The kicker is people don't seek out dental insurance until they need major work. Crowns, root canals, major extractions, those typically fall under major. And unless you have an employer plan, pretty much your dental insurance is going to have a 12-month waiting period before it will cover those services. That doesn't mean you can have the procedure done, then file it, and 12 months later they pay you. No, you have to wait 12 months before having the procedure, and then they will cover 50% of usual and customary. So it may not end up being a whole lot as what you expect, but it should pay some. Here's the biggest kicker. The biggest kicker is that there's yearly maximums of what the dental insurance will pay out. This was eliminated by the Affordable Care Act for medical, but does not pertain to dental. So what does that mean? It means if your plan says there's a $1,500 max per year, that's the most benefits they will pay out. So if you need a lot of dental work, that is not going to go very far at all. There are some plans that I offer that have no yearly maximum, which is great if you need a bunch of work. Doesn't cover ortho, but I'll talk about that in a second. So that could be a really good thing for people that you have unlimited benefits. And again, it pays what the fee schedule is. So could be good, could be not good as far as what your costs are. Orthodontics. It does not make sense to have dental insurance to cover orthodontics at all. When you start adding up the difference in premium, if we add our orthodontic rider onto the plan, that costs more generally. And when you do the math on that, most orthodontic coverage, if it does offer coverage, again, excluding employer plans, because those tend to be a little bit better, the lifetime max on ortho is maybe $1,500 if you're lucky. So what does that mean? Braces cost between $6,000 and $8,000. Your $1,500 is not going very, very far. And not only they don't pay that out all up front, they pay that out over the course of treatment. So $20 a month is being applied to your bill. You're still having to pay a big monthly bill to the orthodontist. And then once you exhaust your benefits, you're done. I'm just not a fan. The amount of money you pay in for orthodontics to be covered is pretty much equal to the $1,500 you're going to get. You're not coming out ahead on that. So I think it's silly to pay that and then have to wait 2 years. But we can have that conversation. Things that are excluded. Dental is different from medical as far as pre-existing goes. So you could go to the dentist, find out you have a bunch of cavities or need a root canal or crown. You can go buy dental insurance. It'll cover it once you meet the waiting periods. So that's okay. What is not okay is if you have a tooth that is missing before you had the insurance. It's called the missing tooth clause. And what that means is insurance will not pay to cover a tooth that was missing before they covered you. So whether it was extracted, you were born without it, not going to get covered. The other thing is the 5-year rule on crowns. So if you have a crown and it needs to be replaced, if it's not at least 5 years old, insurance will not cover that. So what I tell most people is do the math. If it's a comfort for you to have dental insurance, I can certainly give you options, but a lot of places will do a dental membership, and you can pay one fee and it'll cover both your cleanings, your exam, your x-rays, and then give you a discount on work. And you do the math on the premium that you're paying versus the benefit that you're getting, especially if your family only does cleanings. If you need some work here and there, or just know you're going to need work, it is a good idea to get dental coverage. But if you're just doing cleaning, sometimes the math, especially if you have a family, sometimes your dentist will just give you a family membership, and that's way cheaper than paying a full year of dental insurance. But it's something we talk about. I ask about your usage when you're asking about insurance. So until next week, peace out.